This training will provide a brief overview on what an election inspector can expect if they are assigned to an Absent Voter Counting Board, or AVCB, on Election Day. While not all workers will experience this environment, it is helpful to understand what they are and how they operate. Always refer to instruction and guidance from your local clerk when acting as an AVCB worker. An Absent Voter Counting Board allows a jurisdiction to efficiently process and tabulate higher volumes of absentee ballots for the whole city or township in a secure location away from where people are voting in person. The AVCB processes absent voter ballots only. It is not open for in-person voting. Election inspectors assigned to an AV counting board will be specifically trained on the task to process and tabulate AV ballots only, instead of the procedures to assist voters appearing to vote in person. AVCBs can process one or many precincts' absent voter ballots in the same location and can often process multiple precincts' absent voter ballots using one tablet or high-speed scanner. Entering and leaving the Absentee Voter Counting Board is regulated by law. Once the processing of ballots begins, election inspectors are not allowed to leave the AVCB until 8 p.m. closing of polls. One exception to sequestration is made for election officials delivering ballots or resolving processing questions. Election inspectors will have access to appropriate facilities. However, you may wish to contact your clerk ahead of Election Day about meals or snacks or refreshments to ensure you have all the proper resources for the day. Election workers in an AVCB are not permitted to have a cell phone, laptop, or tablet that may be connected to the internet. The only cell phone allowed in an Absent Voter Counting Board is the phone used by election inspectors to communicate with election officials. There are a number of stations where you could be placed throughout the night. Always confirm with your clerk what jobs you will be responsible for and for specific training on those jobs. First, absentee ballots must be open. Many jurisdictions utilize high-speed letter openers for this step. After envelopes are open, and working in teams with differing political party affiliations, election inspectors will conduct the following tasks. Compare ballot numbers on the ballot to the voter information sticker on the envelope. Remove ballots from the outer envelopes, but not the secrecy sleeves, and remove the ballot stubs, preserving the secrecy and anonymity of the ballot. Remove ballots from the secrecy sleeves, unfold and flatten the ballots, and stack them in consistently numbered piles for tabulation. Another team will be assigned to run ballots through the tabulator and address any tabulation error messages that may arise. There may also be a separate team for ballots requiring duplication for proper tabulation. All of these positions will require special direction and training and may be organized differently based on the needs of your jurisdiction. Always consult with your clerk on duties and expectations for the night. An AV counting board may have unusual hours that go late after the polls have closed. Make sure you check with your local clerk about the estimated time you will be expected to work. While some functions are similar to an in-person precinct, many procedures are AV counting board specific. You may be utilizing a regular tabulator, or there could be a high-speed tabulator processing multiple ballots in stacks. Ballot adjudication software may also be utilized to help review ballots that require additional attention. Your clerk will train you according to specific equipment and tasks utilized in your AV counting board. Like an in-person precinct, you will be working with a poll book and a list of voters, though they will be slightly different and will be utilized according to the specific requirements of an AV counting board. Challengers, poll watchers, and media may be present, but they will be required to follow oath and sequestration requirements until 8 p.m., as well as follow the restrictions on cell phones, laptops, or tablets connected to the internet. While most AV counting board duties will be consistent across the state, your experiences in an AVCB may vary based on direction and guidance provided by your clerk. Make sure to defer to their instruction.